Father sends the Son, planned from time eternal, moved by holy love. He will carry our curse, death he'll reverse, so we can be daughters and sons. And who would have dreamed or ever foreseen that we could hold God in our hands? The giver of life is born in the night, revealing God's glorious plan. And who would have dreamed or ever foreseen that we could hold God in our hands? The giver of life is born in the night, revealing God's glorious plan to save the world, to save the world.
You know, Freeman, as I was walking around, it's like, oh, you're brave. It would almost be like the faster I would walk, my light would almost go out. You know, because I'm always in a rush in life, and I'm going, the light on. And when I would just slow down and stop, it would be like, poof, and it comes right back up. And I just wonder if that's how far too often we are in our real life. Just going way too fast and trying to be in front of God. And here, let me help you out now. Yeah.
Appreciate
See,
that.
Look at that. And so I don't know. I just thought that was pretty. You know, there's one more position that we need to cast, but we can never truly fulfill that spot. That has already been cast, and there's nothing we can do about that, and no way we could ever get it better. Little one who was born, let me tell you a story. In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world. And everyone went to his own town to register. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house and the line of David. He went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him and was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. And she wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn.
How fitting it is that you were born amongst the mess, in a barn full of animals and hay, in an unsafe, fallen world. No palace to shield you from the world, but a full view of humanity. From a barn, no less. As you grow, your story will become the greatest story that will be told for centuries, from one generation to the next. Nations will be divided because of your birth. Calendars will be divided in light of your birth. The world, in all its busyness, won't recognize you at first, but some will realize a Savior entered the world. You will see the hurt, the anger, and the pride, every hidden shame and frailty, and yet you will still love. You will see true worship, and you will see some run to empty wells for a quick fix, and yet you will still love.
When people read about you, they won't see a king's way of life, but you will be called the King of Kings. A king's crown was not bestowed on you, but you will die with a crown of thorns on your head as you give your life, so that they may have an eternal one, a real life. Yes, you will hear the words, "This is my son, whom I love. With him I am well pleased. Pleased I am indeed." Yes, so fitting that the Son of God is born in a manger, among the mess, the world's mess.
You will hear their cries and weep for them. You will hear their prayers and heal them. You will die a cruel death and rise again for them. Some will see that though the thief comes to kill, steal, and destroy, you, my son, came to give them life. Just as the prophet foretold, little one, the Lord will give a sign. The virgin will be with child and will give birth to a son, and will call him Emmanuel, God with us.